I already know somebody's gonna ask me. Somebody will. Why are you not using the self-cut system? Yo, that joint's so dope. What's happening? Why you don't like it? The self-cut system is dope. Definitely super duper dope, but it's really difficult to use and film at the same time because it's literally like covering my head. For me to actually use it and film at the same time is a little difficult. On top of that, I don't have the heaven lights, so I need to find like a good spot in my house where I can actually do it. I've already finished the cut. If you can't tell, you feel, you know what I'm saying? It don't look a little blurry. Look like I need a little focus. This is what I use. I use my Slimline Pro Magic Clip by Wall. Definitely a really good clipper. I love this clipper. Prime Platinum blades, and I used Luxure Pro. Nothing wrong with my Black Widow razors. I use those as well, but you know I like the Luxure Pro too, so I use what I use. And I also, of course, water bottle, because you got to spray this every time. Every time. I mean, if you got a high top at least. Hopefully you like, comment, and subscribe. Stay for a while. I'm also dropping the Barber's merch today. I'm going to leave a link in the description below along with all the products that I used. So I appreciate all you guys supporting me. We're going to get right into this video. So first things first, what we got to do is put on the neck strap and then put on the cape. So like I said before, I spray water on my hair because it's a little dry. It looks crazy. That's because I had my hat on. So, you know, that's not how I typically keep my hair. But when you got your hat on, don't care. That's typically how I do it. Then I rub the water inside of my hair. Then I start to pick it. I usually kind of like pull it up from the roots like that. And then I go towards the tip so that I can, you know, stretch it out. If you try and pull it right away, you know, you can start ripping out hair, and that's no bueno. That's also why we put in the water. The water is there for a reason, so that it can lather the hair and be softer. So first, I just take my magic clip, close the lever, and making sure I'm combing all the way. Make sure I'm combing on the way so that I don't mess up my line or know where I'm going, know what I'm doing. You know, I try and make it as neat as possible initially, because if I make it neat, then I definitely can have a good fade at the end. Start clean, you can finish clean. Now, something weird happens during this self cut. I forget one piece in the back. Like you'll see it. So then I go on the other side. As I look at the line that it created on the other side in reference to my eyebrows, I try and make that same line on the other side. That's why you see me looking on one side, looking on the other to see, like, did I create the line that I wanted to. I usually gradually go up, because I always say that you can always take away hair. If you leave hair, you can always take it away, but if you take it away already, there's no way to put it back. So I gradually go up to see if that's where I want it. You cannot tell from looking at the video right now, but it was extremely hot in there. I just was in front of some tungsten lights burning up. So I'm about to do this, and I'm like, nah, I can't do this at all, bro. Hold on, let me go get this fan. That's why it's so hot. It's blazing something serious in here. Got the fan, now I'm back at it. This is an open lever, going up about an inch. You know, always flicking at the end of the line, making sure I'm talking to people on Instagram Live, but making sure that I don't create too harsh of a line so I can fade it back out. And I leave like a little bit at the front so I can line up good, and make sure I look on the other side to keep it equal, because a fade that isn't equal is a terrible fade in my opinion. So what I do is, since the side is so easy to fade, I make sure that I give myself some space in the back, because it's hard to fade. So I give myself space in the back and kind of give me like a little bit in the front, because it's so easy to fade it out, and you can easily push something up too high. And I want it to be slightly dark, not extremely, just maybe like a mid fade, but you can kind of see what's happening. I'm so hyped I got that piece in the back, because it was really bugging me out. But yeah, so now I'm just evening it out. Haven't changed the lever yet. Making sure that everything is nice and even. Brushing it off, just looking again, and then I have to go back over it to get the line straight. And at this point, I'm going in between halfway and close. So if you see me going like right under it, that's me in halfway. And then when I go a little under that, I'm closing it. So you can see the lever flare there. Now I'm closing it and I'm flicking it up so that the line below it is disappearing. Since I created that line with this, it's gonna just go away. There's no way that I'd create a line. So now I'm going back to the halfway. The trick is to take out the line with something that you made it with. Make sure you continue to do that. Everybody on here, you guys are getting a first glimpse at the YouTube video. This is my self-cut video. See now what I do with, now I'm fading a little weird now. I'm going all the way to my longest length at this moment. I'm using the 1.5, and that's the longest I want my guard to be, longest I want my hair to be. So I'm just flicking it and going straight up. This is a very important technique that I don't think a lot of people pay attention to, because you see hats on people's heads. Don't create the line again. You're using the 1.5 to fade it up. Now I'm fading down. There are no more lines going to be created. It's going to be erased. Now I'm using it open. This is the one open. And I'm going halfway now, just bringing it down, just bringing down the fade. This is the easy part. Bringing down the fade, going a little bit lower. Then I'm closing it, making sure that line's going away, but I'm giving myself some space, using the corner of the blade as well, giving myself some space so I can fade with the half guard. The half guard is the green guard I'm going to use later. Everybody knows walls guards are super trash, but as I said on Instagram, it's not about the stuff that you're using, it's about the person using them. When you become good, you can now get particular and use the stuff that you like to use the stuff that makes you most comfortable. Even though these joints make me uncomfortable, I really love the magic clips. I love wall clippers, so I just suck up with their guards. I've heard about the premium ones, but yet again, I'm not trying to use a lot of money or just buy more stuff, because I want to be very relatable with you guys. Use the stuff that you guys can buy, and not just purchase anything just to purchase it, because that's not what barbering is about. It's about doing, it's about the reps. And this is me just trigger playing, using the corner of my blade. Learned this technique mostly from like Vic the Barber. That's the first time I seen this. He calls it feathering. This is a very amazing method. I usually do this to touch up my cuts. Now just to make sure that my hairline is shown and popped, sometimes my hair grows over and hangs over a bit, and it makes my haircut look not that fresh. I like having my hair coming thick out there. I don't like having like brush level right at the front. You know, people kind of trim down the front. I really don't like that. I like the difference between no hair and just hair just coming out. So that's why I keep it like that. And somebody on Instagram asked me about my process, like what's the best way to go through a fade. Like I say in most of my videos, the process is your process. As long as you can do it well, you can. But based on my experience and me cutting hair for the past 6-7 years, I'd say to do a haircut like a high top fade, I'd first knock out the fade. Next thing I'd do would be the hairline, and then using the edgers, and then use a blade, and then you shape the hair. This is not me shaping the hair, this is me completing the side of the fade, just so you guys know. The reason you shape the hair last is because when you stretch the skin while you're using the blade, I was trying not to get my shadow in the shot. It's difficult to see my hairline. But back to what I was saying. When you use the blade, you need to stretch the skin. You might mess up the hair that you already fixed up, already made clean and pristine. So basically, just don't make any more work for yourself. These are Slimline Pros. They're not sharpened too much. I'm kind of tapping my skin. It's zero gap, so I don't want to cut myself at all. It's just, you know, it's hitting. Like, I ordered the 1 minute blade modifier, so I'm going to do my first impressions on that. I want to see if that works really well for myself. So now I'm doing the same thing on the side. Just in case you guys didn't see it well the first time, I'm just going to, you know, do it here. Opened it up right here. You can see that line that I created right there. There's 2 lines there now. The one I just created with the 1. Now I'm trying to take that same thing out with the 1.5. Well, now some of you are gonna be like, yo, what are you doing? Like, you just created that line with a 1. Why are you trying to take it out with 1.5? Truth be told, I lost my place, so I'm just checking. I'm just trying to check if I can cut the hair at all. Tried a few times, nothing worked, so I was like, all right, bet it has to be something with the 1. So I just used the corner of the blade and this, tried to pick at it. I didn't want to go too high. That was my fear. So it's kind of going slightly away, but now I'm seeing that like it's not really doing anything either. So I'm gonna have to do some work with when I cut it halfway. But also I felt like I wasn't going up high enough too. So that's me thinking. So I'm just leaving that there so that I can fade below it and then see how I can come back up on top of it. If you just try things with different angles, then you'll definitely get it out. So yeah, so you can still see that line is completely there. I'm still going down, as you can see, using closing it now to fade it up, and then I'm like opening to get up to that line. The fade is coming well, actually coming together nicely, honestly. Now I'm just speeding it up so you can see I like literally was done with it. Like I'm like, all right, bet I'm putting this halfway. I'm taking that thing out. Sometimes you gotta attack that joint. Let these people know who's boss. Let the lines know who's boss. Don't let the lines control you. You gotta control the lines. Then I just come over the top of it like that, using my what did I use? The 1 guard. I closed it. So since you guys have seen the steps twice, I'm just going to go really fast, and you guys can see it come together over a time lapse. And the thing with fading is like sometimes I don't even really have a process. I just do it. I just, all right, cool. I see that fade, just take it out, make the line, take it out. When you get good enough, you don't even really know, like you don't follow any rule really. You just take out lines. See, now my fade's completely done. That thing looking smooth. Now I gotta just clean that joint up with the blade. I'm not trimming my hair today, so it's fine that this is gonna be like my last step. Basically, I go use this blade and it looks like my hair is hanging over slightly, so I'm going to after I'm done doing this, I'm gonna take out my edges and kind of trim that back a bit more too, to make sure my line pops out a bit. So I'm like, I don't really like it. It's not fresh enough. I'm gonna push it back. It's about the detail, the little detail, like this little detail right here. Trying to get that little piece of hair is really what it's all about. That's how you get really sharp lines. I can't get the sides with my big glasses in the way. Make sure you stretch that skin, stretch the skin, and then you can get those stubble out really quick and really easily. I usually use 245 shaving gel, but on the forehead, the skin's pretty tight, pretty easy to glide on, so I just, I didn't use it, especially since I love it so much. I want to save it for my clients. Now this is yet another detail. There are little hairs that grow all over your forehead. So when you see like a super sharp fade where the sun is glistening off a dude's forehead and you get a sharp line, all these little things you can do to make sure that your hairline is sharp. Make sure that's sharp and nothing can really mess with it. Here we go. We out here. Look at it. Yeah. See, now I showing you the fade. There we go. Nice fade right there. Like I said, I got a clothing line that's dropping. Make sure you support. Check out the stuff I use in my Amazon. And that will be all for today. This is me trying to talk, but the fan is so loud. I'm gonna give y'all a sound. Like, look. And just jeez. And stay a while. Kev the Barber, we out of here.